Jazz has her flashcards to remember everybody's names.
So, let's go ahead and do one more hunger roll.
Killing me, Swamp.
Hey, I do not get
I
hungry.
am fine.
Lives to die and then you bitch. Oh,
Cool.
okay.
What about your,
Stocks!
you gotta do stocks, man.
It's fine.
Okay.
Jesus.
Blush.
Blush. Yes, blush of life is a good idea for anybody who's going in there. Obviously, you're gonna.
Yeah, I guess you get a pass.
Blush of life for you.
Yeah, like,
It's a waste of time.
I look weird, but I'm at Humanity 7, so I don't look too weird.
So, when you wake up, Blackney's already gone. Just not there. You don't actually ever see him leave his area. You know he's been working on a project for weeks. He's just gone when you wake up. Computer's on. It's just a bunch of gibberish that you don't really understand if you do look at it.
Yeah. I look at it, but I ain't touching anything.
It's a pile of old TVs, screens, and car batteries.
Yeah.
It's just hooked up. And
I have housemates.
Briar is dressed up.
Close as you're gonna get.
Yep. And this is going to be a very awkward trip for you. You're going to basically travel out of the Warrens, through the sewers, through these weird messed up tunnels that are just like as you pass under the Old Town area. It's just timbers and brick archways. It's just
The Shanghai
weird.
tunnels.
Yeah, a lot of it looks like storage for.
It's like people's cellars.
Yeah, people actually utilize them as cellars and stuff.
I watched that thing. Yeah.
But yeah, you pass through all of that. There's like bed frames and mattresses all stacked off to one side and just all this stuff. But then you're going to come out a service hatch. And then it's a walk
Comfortable shoes.
for a while. Behind trees, behind bushes, side of the road. At one point in time, Briar hops on a streetcar. Like, takes you onto a streetcar.
Very much.
Where you guys just sit in the back and try not to be acknowledged.
We
by
are
anyone.
the weirdos in the back of the bus.
Yeah. But there will be some awkward walking also. We'll get there.
She's going.
The rest of your sires and mentors are going to insist in dressing your best. Your sire specifically, tuck your shirt in. Straighten your tie. If you do well tonight, I will start lessons in Lura Flame.
Deal.
Good.
I'll tuck in my shirt. Put the tie all the way up.
Good.
Polish the shoes.
Brush your hair.
Brush the hair.
Get to be a good-looking wizard for this one.
Your sire?
First thing I do is to request a high-quality escort to be moved down.
What do you mean a high quality escort?
I can escort.
You're going to Elysium.
What do you
I need
mean?
to feed, damn it!
Okay, you're just getting food.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm at 3 hunger. I need to feed.
Oh yes, no, these.
Yeah.
after you have your escort.
Pretty much it's gonna be at the limo. When I give her a martini, I'm gonna drink it until she passes out, not killing her.
Mm-hmm.
Put the money.
You're giving her a martini and she's gonna pass out?
No. I'm gonna drink from her until she passes out.
Okay.
Not killing her. Putting the money, telling the driver to leave her where she picked her up.
So, did you pick up just random hooker?
No. Like, there's actually websites for like high quality.
Oh, I'm
experts.
aware. I'm trying to make sure whose hookers you're grabbing.
Oh no! Oh
Because
no!
I have a whole network. Give me just a winner tie, or give me a win or lose. Just roll one die.
Number die.
It's a 9.
A 9. Okay, cool. All right.
A little bit extra for her troubles.
Cool. And you're obeying your feeding needs and all that stuff. So when you're done feeding, your sire is standing outside the car as you're getting out.
Like straighten up.
Yeah, he's gonna walk up and start straightening out your collar and straightening your tie and stuff. He's like, "You're well fed?
Mm-hmm.
Good. We don't arrive at Elysium hungry."
Hell no. How'd they go down to 1 hunger?
All right. Let's do this. As he says that, his car pulls up. He opens your door.
I get in.
Cool. He gets in, reaches into his jacket pocket, and pulls out a piece of black cloth. Put this over your head.
Are we in the mob now?
Now?
And he just smiles at you.
You just fixed it, mind you, to mess up the hair?
You brush it before you go in. Your sire. Same thing. Communal feeding, prayers, a little bit of training tonight, short showers after that, and then she makes sure that you're well dressed. She is dressing in like traditional like Muslim robes. What do you think your guy would be wearing?
I have one JCPenney suit.
You going with the cheapest possible suit?
The only
She-
suit
Oh,
he
it
owns.
gets cheaper than
They
that.
do get cheaper
She
than that.
will present you with a nice suit that looks like it had been made for you. Basically, look at this as like, this is your communion outfit. And we will be driven to the Elysium location. Do you have any questions before we arrive?
Have you learned anything more, perhaps, regarding the questions that I had last time? The harpy, the primogen.
The primogen are yet to be determined.
That's still unknown. Okay. Where exactly are we going? Comes to mind.
They have a location.
And where are the exits?
There are plenty of exits. But I do think that this needs to be something that you experience. We are safe there. Most of them are going to be afraid of us.
Under most circumstances, but I believe you've taught me that we plan for the uncommon circumstances as well.
Yes. Uncommon circumstances, leave your weapons here.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Mm-hmm. No weapons, no violence are permitted in Elysium. We need to trust that they are going to follow their own laws. I understand how uncomfortable this is.
There is not a montage, as you might expect for a Banu game. And now I'm disarmed.
Your pants go down. Fall down. That's you have no belt.
Suspenders. There's a reason he wears suspenders.
As we're driving down, Tom's gonna pretty much ask to his sire, is like, now tell me the truth. Are you gonna be the new Primogen or not?
I thought you were going to say, where are we going? And I was going to say, to the river.
Why, you got a van down there?
No, he's got a bag over his head. Shoot him twice in the back of the head and drop him in the river.
Getting the cement shoes.
There should be concrete involved in this somewhere.
Come on, tell me.
Found a nice place for you right next to Jimmy Hoffa.
We have.
I'm surprised that's not how the Giovanni embrace.
And that plan is to make you a Primogen.
You're a Giovanni. Bam, bam.
Come on, it's pretty obvious at this point.
We have plans.
Because none of that would kill you.
Mighty uncomfortable.
Oh, it's uncomfortable. Yeah,
Your sire shows
wisdom to wait until nightfall to kick your shoes off.
We discussed that. Yes, your sire. She's dressed very well tonight. This is her very fancy outfit. She is wearing white with red highlights on everything. Like white outfit, but wherever there's like a part where it flips over, it's red interior.
All the lining is red.
Yes,
She could literally flip into us.
she could. She could flip it and have it be a red outfit with white interior if she wanted to. But yes, we hop into the Devil Maserati.
The Devil's Maserati.
Oh, you poor thing.
Can I walk?
Hold on to your life.
No,
Hold
If
on
she
for your
doesn't
life,
scare
my good
you,
son.
no evil thing will.
so the drive is long. The buildings start becoming smaller. The buildings are farther apart. As you go, you start getting to more rural areas.
We're probably walking again because I don't think the streetcar goes this far out.
No, I said you're walking.
Yeah, no, a lot
Quite a
more
bit.
walking.
Are we there yet?
So, your drive in complete darkness. After about half an hour or so, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. It's kind of hard to tell when you're just staring into blackness as you're driving and your sire is just giving you clipped, short answers. But eventually you do come to a stop that is more than just a red light or a stop sign. You can feel the car slow down. You can feel the curvature of the car's direction. You can hear the tires on gravel. And the car comes to a stop. After a couple seconds, your door opens. And you're stood up out of the car, and your sire rips the bag off your head. And you come face to face with the columns of a massive mansion.
Any coat of arms or shields or initials?
Not that you can really see out here or anything. But there are steps upward that lead to a set of double doors. Very large oak wood double doors.
For a second, I thought we were going to go to a meeting in the woods.
Nope. Smacks you on your back pretty hard, goes, but you're going in through the servants' entrance.
Fuck. The telephone is like, fuck.
Someone comes up to you, a servant, and shows you in through a side door on the side of the house. They lead you into a parlor. You go down some halls. You can hear talking. You can hear music off in the distance of this place, just coming through the halls. It's very fine, like beautiful mansion. But you do get led to a parlor that has a pool table, some chairs, a couple of sofas. It's just a rumpus room, effectively.
The game room.
Yeah.
There's an extra weight staff uniform he'll be changing into.
You'll be wiping the prince's ass tonight. But no, they lead you into this room and shut the door behind them and leave you there.
Start walking around the room. See if there's any names mentioned anywhere.
Nope.
Paintings, maybe.
There's lots of like decorative knickknacks here and there.
Okay.
Full of antiques, like
Usually
finery.
antiques or paintings have like a plaque that said they're a name for something.
I do not have any names on anything for you.
Okay. Making sure.
Maserati. Speeding. You leave the city, you enter a more rural area, and she pulls up to this huge freaking house that you didn't even realize was in city. Are you even in Portland any longer? You don't know, but you're... Yeah.
I didn't have the bag over my head. did
No.
I? Okay.
No, he's
Just for him, huh?
He's just a tick. But, no, she is going to tell you, okay. When she stops the car, she doesn't say anything the entire ride. And she's sitting there looking straight ahead, holding onto the steering wheel, like she's gonna go again. Like she's waiting for somebody off in the distance to drop a handkerchief or something. She goes, okay, this is it. They're going to put you somewhere in the house.
Okay.
And you're going to be stuck there until after, like, they're ready to introduce you.
Anything else I should know? Be prepared for?
I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't. I don't know what we're looking into. I know that every cameraless kindred in the city will be here tonight. I don't even know what that looks like.
No pressure.
A guy, a man in a suit is going to walk up to, like, he's not going to walk down the stairs, but he's on the porch, and he's going to walk up and just stand there at the ready. She's going to visibly brighten up in color. She's going to use Blush of Life. Okay. And someone's going to come up, open her door, going to open your door. She is going to go in through the front, and you are going to be let off to the side. Down the hall, and into a billiard room with him walking around looking at stuff.
Okay.
Banu Hakim is going to go through pretty much the exact same thing. We are entering a den of monsters tonight.
I'm gonna throw something at you.
This is going to be a social test for the both of us. Do you have any questions before we go in?
I'm a dinosaur.
Do I have to squirt you with the water bottle too? Child?
God damn it.
prince is liable to test us.
The prince is definitely going to test you.
Do we know anything of his predilections?
He's not one who can be predicted. Not simply because he's the prince and you can't predict the prince. Pretty much any kindred can be predicted. But from what I understand, this one is a Malkavian. They are not predictable. But whatever he does do, he should follow the preordained laws of the Elysium. No violence in the Elysium, no damage to the surroundings, no harm to our kindred. His word is law, however. And he, the sheriff, and if there's a keeper of Elysium, are the ones who are allowed to break those rules. There most likely will be some show of power. I don't know what it's going to look like from a Malkavian. Especially one who is coming from a position of Archon, like he is. But there will definitely be a show of power of some kind. The best that we can do is try to remain unfazed. Is your blood pumping?
I had blush before.
She's going to ask you.
Most assuredly.
Good. She's going to look over and there's going to be a servant standing at the top of the stairs on the porch. I believe you're going to go with him. She's going to get out of the car. Someone is going to come and open, or the driver is going to open her door and your door, and you'll be allowed out of the car. She is going to go into the front, giving her... I guess she wouldn't really have anything to give, but she'll go in through the front door, and you will be led off to the side, servants' entrance, into the billiard room with these two. After a long walk from the last time that you were able to get off
Catch
whatever
a bus.
streetcar, bus that you were able to catch, you're walking further and further out of the city. Like, it's not that late, but the thought of, are we going to have to dig a hole to not burn? Like,
Are we gonna be able to
the grass is getting large, like taller and taller. Like, you're at waist high.
Now we're getting further and further apart.
Yeah, you can barely see city lights at this point, if you can at all. You're probably just walking in
It
darkness.
was hilly, so who knows?
Yeah.
You can see.
Until eventually you do start seeing a smaller light off in the distance,
Over at the Frankenstein fight.
which is going to get brighter and more elaborate as you go, and you realize that there is a massive house surrounded by a wall on a very large property off in the distance.
Is this where we're going?
That's where we're headed. I am working on a way for us to travel quicker.
Besides a car?
Something a little bit more suitable for us.
Interesting. What are you...
Subterranean. There's a boring machine we could probably steal.
Ooh.
And that'll actually line the walls with concrete as we go.
That'll keep it from caving in. Interesting.
The Briar waits off to the side, like in the tall grass by the wall, as they wait for a car. And as soon as there's a car, they slip through the fence. You're encouraged to come along too. And they are gonna
nip around the gate.
They walk far to the left.
I'm following them.
So around the side of the house. They sneak in through a door, get you in, and eventually dump you off in the same area as here.
Yeah.
They're going to bring you out at some point.
Big presentation. Gotcha. Like graduation.
Yes. So, the four of you are
Hi, guys!
alone in this room.
So how was the drive here?
Jazz is scrubbed up as well as she
Is
can.
that a
I
trick
hadn't
question?
realized you weren't already here.
Sorry, let me refine my question. How was the torture here?
I'm going to describe every bit of the drive.
His sire goes like 30 miles over the speed limit at all times.
Without
I
slowing
feel
down
so
at the
sorry.
curves.
I feel so sorry.
You just lean into the curves, everything's fine.
You guys,
Have that bashing damage.
So,
you guys all drove?
Or were driven.
Oh, they're sitting here like a freaking mobster prisoner.
What?
Yeah.
Like in the trunk?
No, that would actually be like. Don't even stop about that. Oh, they put a hood on me, so I couldn't see where I'm going.
Why?
Ask that to my crazy sire.
the door is going to open again, and one of the servants who brought you three in is going to show in another woman. She's about, I don't know, approaching 6 feet tall. She's a little hard to tell because she's kind of wearing like heeled shoes. Her pantsuit that she's wearing is like a doll. It's not an overpowering pink, but it's pink. It doesn't look bad either. It's like, I think the closest thing that we can actually say, come on, seriously? I'd say the closest thing is there's a book over there. It's like 5 up from the bottom towards the middle.
Oh yeah,
It's like that color, so it's like a pale,
pastel pink.
but not like overwhelmingly Easter.
Yeah.
White heels, pantsuit, just the blazer though. Like you can see open skin. Very thin, but like not unhealthy. Blush of health, obviously active. Blue eyes, short brown hair, very stylish. And she walks in, she looks very nervous. Her nails are the same color as her shoes.
Welcome to the party.
Hi.
Hi.
She'll walk over and find a seat. Take a magazine that she sees and start flipping through the magazine.
Care for a game while we wait here?
Not particularly.
He's gonna take a pool cube if there's one. Start playing pool.
Yeah, everything's there. You need to play a
I'll
game.
join you.
So, are you all acquainted?
Yes.
Us four, yes.
Sorry. Jazz.
Jazz? That's nice.
Thomas.
Thomas.
Sid.
Sid?
And Fermi.
Firmin? It's very nice. She says it.
Correctly.
She says it correctly. Rosalind.
Russell. Nice to meet you.
Welcome.
So, anybody know what to expect?
Tell you the truth, nah.
Not a
Not
clue.
at all. Other than eventually we'll be called.
So they come get us and that. Be presented. Graduation, right?
Graduation.
Yeah. Right.
Have any of you chosen different names? Or are those different names?
I don't see the need for a different name.
No.
It's just an option that we have. We can pretty much reinvent ourselves at this point.
Probably should actually thinking about it.
I had not seriously considered it to this moment, but
It's just an option. You don't have to. But it does make it harder for people to dig into your personal life.
that's not it. The temptation is to ensure ease of pronunciation.
I guess you could. It's so quiet and awkward in here.
All terrible names.
Me
Those
and
are
I
all
just playing
terrible
pool.
names. Probably gonna end up sticking with my name because these are all terrible names.
Are you using a phone in here?
Probably not. No, actually.
Yeah. I was actually going to ask, does your character have a phone? You've been
That is
living
an excellent
underground for a year.
question.
He has an old school BlackBerry.
The
The one that has the freaking.
the thing is, you'd have to pay the bill and stuff, and that's almost impossible. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Like
a
I
lot
said,
harder when your
Could
address
always
is
she might
Manhole
have the phone, but it's
number.
probably dead.
You can always bug somebody every month for a new phone.
that's true. So, what plans do we have?
Nosferatu.
I wasn't going to say, but obvious.
We seem to stick out a bit.
Tremere?
Tremere.
Did you just go Tremere?
Sorry.
No, he's a Ventru. I'm the True.
Tremere. Banu Hakim.
Oh, nice.
Venture.
You're
Venture.
Also Venture. Either that or Toreador, right?
No, Venture. But thank you, I think.
Right. Right. This feels like a lot of us.
It's.
My guessing is
I imagine
really
it's
off
an
kilter.
unpopulated city
From what I understand,
for most times.
not many Camarilla in the city right now.
How many?
I don't have an exact number.
That's fair.
I think that's might be part of what this meeting will be about. Is
Oh, head
trying
count
to-
as much as anything?
Yeah,
Well, in Elysium like this, all of the Camarilla are going to be here.
will give us a good idea of how many others are in here at least.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's 5 of us here. And we're all the newbies. Right?
Has
You're also a
your
newbie?
no?
No. Okay.
Have your sires given you any idea on what to actually look into?
Nope.
I'm here to give you a briefing.
Oh, thank goodness.
Pardon me playing around a little bit, but yes, I'm here to give you a briefing. So, soon-ish, because you are the main attraction. Everyone here is here to see you as the new kids on the block. It's really not much to be nervous about. It's more nerve-wracking to be walking around outside without anyone knowing who you are, because then you're just free game.
We don't want to be one here to assume we're anarchs.
Exactly. It'd be the worst thing that could possibly happen. So, they're going to call you out. They're going to ask you your names, which is why I was letting you know that you do have the option to not give your real one. They don't care. They just want something to call you. Anybody who's out there who's interested in knowing you is going to do their research afterwards anyway. So, you can make it difficult for them. That's fine. They're going to try to figure out what you can do for them. Every one of them out there wants something from you.
I'm a store owner, and people know me within the occult circles.
You're a Tremere.
So they're going to find out who I am regardless.
You're a Tremere. That has nothing to do with a store. You have to also understand that it's not what you can do now.
What I could potentially do in the future.
Boons. You are being introduced to the prince. And unless somebody offers you a boon, you're not Camarilla. That's not how that works. Not anymore. Think of it as a line of credit. You're not actually considered part of the club until you have a line of credit established. The prince is going to call you out. He's going to ask you some questions, find out who you are, and then you're going to meet the rest of the city. That's how it works. Any questions?
None so far.
By rest of the city, how many people are we talking?
I don't know.
Okay.
There is an influx of kindred in this city right now. And most of them are not wanted here. But tonight is the night that you are all being released. Where you become your own responsibilities. You get to be grown-ups now. No longer puppets. You're a real voivodemekhet. It's terrifying, but it is the way of things. Now, from what I understand, your sires are all members of a coterie already. And you are all acquainted. Kindred in Portland that belong to the Ivory Tower, that's another fun way of saying Camarilla if you did not know, are expected to be able to do some type of job where you are being compensated. You will all be compensated for membership in the Camarilla. I have no idea what Prince Darian has in mind for you all. But I'm sure it is not going to be the simplest thing. So I'm sure each of you, having your own skills, knowing what your plans are, knowing who your sires are, I'm sure will be able to handle this fairly easy. Do not show them any sign of weakness. Because as sophisticated as they are, as nice as they are to your face, they are sharks, and they are looking for any blood in the water.
Got it.
This is your briefing.
Hey. It's fine. It's fine. We'll be fine.
You will be fine. Because you don't have a choice.
Said, we'll be fine.
Yeah. We can get through this.
Can't be much worse than other stuff, right?
I'm going to go to see if they are ready for you. They should be. There's not much more going on tonight. She will get up and carry herself out the door.
And game.
Okay. Okay. It's fine. fine.
You sound like a redneck.
What?
Sorry, get me wrong. You sound like a nerve wreck right now.
This is the most people have been around in over a year. Yes, I'm a bit nervous. Especially we're going to be going out there and everybody's going to be staring at us. And I know you're not allowed to use any powers around here. So I really don't like getting stared at when I can't just go boop and not be being stared at. Especially when they're like owe people stuff or gonna owe people stuff or people are gonna owe us stuff and I don't quite understand all that and that sounds like all kinds
Pretty
of
much.
fun
Have
times.
you, before you were embraced, did you ever went to Vegas?
No.
Jesus.
There's going to be 3 sharp knocks on the door.
I'll reach over to the door and open it up.
Okay. There is a gentleman, same gentleman who walked you in. They're ready for you. And he is going to start walking.
Start following first. First out the door.
As you all are heading down the hall, it's the most Camarilla song there is. You are going to be walked through the long halls of this house. You are on the first floor. You're going to pass several shut doors. And as you enter into what the main hall of this place is, there's only about a dozen people in here. Not many at all, including your sires and mentors. That is it. On an elevated area that leads to a back porch area, a veranda with glass openings that look out into grand gardens that are all in bloom with these massive statues all over the place.
I wondered if it was that
You
particular
are in
mansion.
that mansion. There are several chairs set up. In the very center of it is a man who's sitting there. He's got brown hair that's like immaculately groomed in a style 100 years out of date. He's got a goatee that's not as long as mine is, but it's long. And he's dressed in... He's dressed in a suit. It looks very good on him. It's authentic. But again, it's very out of date.
It looks like Doc Holliday is what I'm getting.
You ever seen Django?
Yeah? Which Django?
Unchained.
Django Unchained.
Yes.
Calvin Candy.
Gotcha. Like I said, because I've seen the original Django
Yes.
too. That's why I would, which one?
You know when he first meets Django, or when he first meets Calvin?
Yeah, the guy at the
who
bar.
comes up?
That's the original Django. Stefan.
So
Andre,
sitting next to him in the
Stefan.
chair to his right is that woman that just came in and talked
the lady
to you.
in pink.
The lady in pink. To his other side, standing, not sitting in one of the chairs, is a man in a pinstripe suit. It looks like he was made for the suit, not the other way around. He's wearing black gloves, and he just has this scrutinizing look the moment you guys walk in. He's just staring right at you. The chair next to him is empty. Completely empty. In fact, there are several empty chairs surrounding him. like
Yeah.
3 or 4 on each side. And it's a very interesting setup because each of the chairs have the clan symbol embroidered into the back of them, of the clan that is not sitting there. Mm-hmm. Your sires and mentors are dispersed around, watching nervously as everything happens, and there's a few other faces you also just don't know. Weaving in and out of the crowd, also you will catch it because you're used to it, but you also see Black Knee,
Yeah.
1905,
He's over there.
just doing his thing, just not getting too close to people, staying closer to the shadows of everything
He's
that's
not
going on.
quite hiding inside the fern over there, but
Yes, he's not quite hiding inside the fern, but he wouldn't look too off if he was.
yeah.
And
It looks like he wants to be hiding inside the fern.
And there's other individuals who are dressed as the man who's leading you out as well. Other servants. Men and women who are all dressed up very nice. For you 3, John is there too. The guy that you met at the restaurant a couple nights ago. He's there as well. As you're walking out, the man who's sitting in that center chair is just clapping and making a damn fool out of himself. He's like, the young ones are present. Thank goodness. They all look, and he looks you all up and down. They all look like fine, upstanding potential members of the Camarilla. So, let us do this by protocol. And he looks over. You. Step forward. What's your name?
Thomas.
Don't you fucking say it. Ezekiel! Anyway.
I wasn't gonna.
What's your name?
Thomas.
Thomas of Clan Ventru. And your sire is our good friend Winston here. And he says that you're promising. He says that you have been taking in your lessons very well. Can you tell me what the 4th tradition is?
Can I pull out my notes? Seriously.
Give me a test first.
God damn you. What test?
I will allow
A Tony check?
intelligence plus academics.
Ooh.
Come on.
Hold on. Calm.
Where upon your father buying you hookers with dimes is this? What? Oh, please embarrass your sire. Embarrass your sire.
5 successes.
5 successes. Okay. There's only 6 things. You can remember the 4th tradition. Yes, you can pull up your notes.
Thank you. It is accounting.
And what is accounting?
It is until child is released, their actions are the responsibilities of their sire.
Tonight is the night that you 4 are to be released. Now, don't get me wrong. Anything that you do can and will still look bad on your sires. And he's going to look right at your sire. Do you believe...
Which ones are you looking at?
His sire.
Yes. Which ones?
He's an older gentleman with dark hair.
Hold on.
Yeah, if you want to just pick up...
Is that Commander at Dawn?
I don't know.
What picture are you using?
Odin from American Gods.
Oh, I haven't seen American Gods.
Winston from John Wick.
He's been in a bunch of other stuff too, yeah.
Yeah. Freaking Game of Thrones as well.
Yeah.
Deadwood.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you believe that you are going to be a valuable asset to the Camarilla?
course.
Why?
I hate you so much, Tony! I hate you so much!
He will be a valuable asset because he hates Tony.
Fuck you, Tony!
Fuck you, Zeke.
What do you hate me so much, Tony? What do you hate me so
Think
much?
fast!
New player,
Same
you
thing.
kidding me?
You're not a new player. You've been playing for years under me. Come on.
Yeah.
Under you.
New player, no. New character, yes. Think fast.
Improvise.
Why are you going to be an asset to the Camarilla?
I can put every single asset I go towards the Camarilla.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And you bring what?
What venture can bring? Power and money.
Spoken like a venture. We need blue bloods in this city. And you are going to be one of the first of a new breed to come in to the city and reclaim it to make it ours. He just looks down and puts his hand out. And you are?
Jazz.
Jazz. It's very nice to meet you, Jazz. I have the utmost respect for the Nosferatu clan and everything that they've done for us. Aside from Shreknet. And like a couple of them are going to shrink down. Can you tell me what the sixth tradition is?
Destruction.
Destruction. Exactly what does destruction mean?
Means that only one who has the right to kill another kindred within the city is the prince, without specific dispensation from the prince.
Put well. That's good. Now, what do you think that you bring to the table, Jazz?
I'm good at patterns.
You're good at patterns.
I'm good at buildings. I see the way things are put together, and I can help with that.
Really? Hmm. Many princes have come to the Nosferatu for haven construction from time to time. And given our predicament, I think that we have a beautiful haven. This belongs to us. Not to me, to us. This is a house that belongs to the kindred of this city. If you are not Camarilla, there's only very certain circumstances where you're allowed to come in here. We may very well have use for you yet. And I look forward to working with you, Jazz.
I as well.
And you, young gentleman,
Yes, sir.
what is your name?
Fermin.
And you are of the Banu Hakim, I believe. And he's gonna kind of like nod slightly to your mentor, who bows deeply, ceremoniously at him. The Banu Hakim are new to the Camarilla. And you're all still finding your spot. I look forward to seeing exactly what you can bring with this. There are stereotypes, of course, but I think we can see far and beyond that. What do you think that you are able to bring with us here?
I believe that I am able to be seen, shows the best pearly whites that my looks merits can provide, and how not to be seen, and how to speak and be silent.
Well, we are surrounded by enemies on all sides in this city. Your talents very well may come in handy. Can you tell me what the second tradition is?
The tradition of domain.
And that tradition means what to you?
Respect is owed to those in whose domain you traverse. The overarching domain of a city is that of the prince. and I offer you my respect.
And the witch. Yes. What's your name, Warlock?
Sid.
Sid. Alright, Sid. Can you tell me what the first tradition is?
Masquerade.
Why do you think I'd ask a Tremere what the first tradition is?
To be quite frank, our blood magic can be rather...
Everything you do is a breach of the Masquerade,
Yes.
Tremere.
Flashy, I think, is the word we're looking for.
One is not careful with the masquerade, you draw unwanted attention, as we've seen in these most recent months.
Now, as I understand it, the Tremere are trying to work themselves up into a position of being needed at all here in the Ivory Tower. What do you think about that situation that you and your clan find yourselves in?
Personally, I think there needs to be a lot of changes with Clan Tremere before anything is done. The way things were before, we can't go back to that. There's no way. Whenever someone describes something that's too big to fail, it typically falls hard. And we've already seen that. I think we need to establish a new way of doing things, and gotta see where we go in the future from here.
Can I get a wits and awareness from you? while I'm talking?
Here's a Tony check. First Tony check of the night.
It's 2 successes.
Okay. There is a guy not far from you shooting you daggers. He is just like you.
Glaring daggers.
Sack of shit.
That's not the pinstripe guy?
Huh?
It's not the guy in a pinstripe suit with gloves?
No.
Different guy.
Different guy.
I'm assuming that's the one of the other Tremere.
Possibly. So you think a reform of the pyramid is in order?
Certainly.
Well, I hope that the 4 of you will make this organization proud. Typically, it is up to the Primogen Council at this point in time to stand up and offer you all gifts. My gift is I've thrown you this lovely little party here tonight. And I know for a fact that most of the kindred here don't have enough pennies and status to rub together enough to give you anything else. So from what I understand, your sires are putting their reputations on the line for you right now. How does that make y'all feel?
Grateful.
Cautious. Because not only is it ourselves that are on the line, it's also them.
It is, in fact. Your sires have grand aspirations. They want to, and he motions at the chairs, they want to take a seat up here next to me as my advisory council, what we call Primogen. That being said, since they are attempting to become Primogen, I've given them one Primogen duty to do. And that is, the Primogen Council has to back the prince's decision to create a coterie. and I am in need of what is known as a Marischal. A lot of the kindred who are watching this happen just kind of like get wide-eyed and almost visibly take a couple steps back.
Alarm.
I just raised an eyebrow.